Okay, I'm going to talk about the peristalsis slide and the next two slides after that. So, peristalsis is a good key term to know. It just refers to the wave like contraction of those longitudinal circular muscles, and it creates this wave like effect, moving the food through the digestive tract. This is what's called smooth muscle as opposed to skeletal muscle or cardiac muscle. We don't have any real control over it. The next slide is talking about the pancreatic juice. So three kind of enzymes that you want to know. Amylase we've talked about before with the amylase made in the mouth, breaking down starch. There's also amylase that comes from the pancreas. There are lipases that break down fats into their components of triglycerides and fatty acids. And then the endopeptidases is a group that break down proteins. It's not really the name of an enzyme, it's a group of enzymes that break down proteins. So that's the three main things they want you to know about pancreatic juice. The pancreas is very important, and you can look up if you want to know specific names of actual enzymes to see how important the pancreas is. There's a duct that dumps those into the small intestine. So they don't work in the pancreas, they work in the small intestine. The intestinal enzymes that you want to know will be maltase, breaking down maltose into glucose, sucrase, breaking sucrose down into glucose and fructose, and lactase. They've asked more than anything on past exams. They're obsessed with the whole lactose lactase concept for some reason. And the lactase is breaking down lactose into glucose and galactose. And we talked about that at the beginning of the year where we had those immobilized beads where that enzyme lactase is immobilized. This means it's embedded in something. So IB also wants you to know that there are these immobilized enzymes in the wall of the small intestine, and for some crazy reason, they want you to know if they rub off into the lumen, they still work. Why that's an important thing to know, I don't know. Cellulose is important. It's what we call fiber, and it kind of helps things flow and helps you poop better. And a lot of that is cellulose, and the cellulose isn't digested. It isn't digested, so it doesn't really have a nutritive value, but it does help things flow. And one of the best tips my mom got from a doctor, she said, was Metamucil. And students always laugh at this when I talk about this, but Metamucil time before bed, uh, you add it to water, and it just really helps things flow nicely in the morning. It was I like to pass on those practical things when I can. If your parents are having issues, they can give that a shot.